Okay, so anyway, so I'm like seeing what comes out throughout the year, and I'm super excited for April because, like I said, that's Mario and Demon Slayer is coming out with a new season. It's one of the hottest animes. Because of all these drinks, I have become an anime nerd. Like, I had never watched anime, unless you count Pokemon. And now I have, like, every time I'm on the treadmill, I try and watch an episode of a new anime that's coming out. Just to get a, like, feel of the characters and try and figure out what's going on and not be fake making these anime drinks. So I researched throughout the whole year. I find out what's going to be hot, and I plan 8 to 10 drinks. And from there, I usually want to plan out, I get ideas, right, for all those different themes that are going to be out throughout the year. But I don't necessarily create the drink yet. I just have a general idea of what I want to do. And then, let's say it's about to be April, I'm going to start getting those recipes together. So I have it listed. I want to make Donkey Kong. I want to make Wario. I want to make Mario. But I don't really know how I'm going to do that until the month comes. And then I start writing down what I want to try, make sure I have all the ingredients readily available, and then I start filming. So today I plan to make a Mario and Luigi style Long Island drink. And I'm like, this is going to be super easy. I bought all the Monster I needed, all the sour mix, all the alcohol. I'm ready to go. And it's just not floating how I wanted it to. I wanted this to be like distinctly blue on the bottom, red on top, green on top for Luigi, blue on the bottom. And I poured it up and it sucked. Like Mario turned purple, Luigi just looked blue. And I'm like, shit, like, what am I going to do? But I have like backup ideas. And so I have enough ingredients because I expect to mess up that I'm ready to go, and I make it work, and I still got what I wanted eventually.
You're not just like a content creator. You're almost like a chemist, like coming into the kitchen.
Honestly, it's crazy because especially with the density, like that is so important. People don't realize they like a lot of times at home, people are like, I can't make this drink. I can't get the layers right. This, and that. And then my first question is always, well, did you have any ice in it to start? And ice keeps drinks separated, but most important is density. So if you have something really sugary, it's always going to sink to the bottom. And that's the best way to create layers.
So you shoot the video. Now, let's say in one day you'll shoot how many videos?
A maximum of probably 40.
Oh, is that all?
I mean, so I kind of changed it a little bit. I work a little bit harder on my setup now. When I was just filming them on my little bar, whatever you want to call it, bar setup, I wouldn't worry about the background at all. It was just I had the bottles there, had the drink. I would go through at least 60. I was ready to go. And I was more paranoid about it then. Like, I was super into like the sound of like the liquor pouring out of the bottle. So my AC would be running in the summertime. And so what I would do is I'd get ready for one day of filming, turn off the AC so that it wasn't buzzing while I was recording. And it would get to like 90 degrees in my apartment. I'm just shuffling through drinks all day. And that's when I was a little chunkier. So it was a sight to see.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Wow. So if you can create that much content, why don't you just post like 10 times a day?
I honestly think it's kind of overwhelming as much as I do post right now. I could post more, but I just don't think the average person wants to see even their favorite person more than 3 times a day, realistically. I think Instagram, they just released new guidelines for what they want to see from creators in going forward, and they asked for twice a day. And a lot of people are upset, and I'm like, well, I got 3 times, so I'm good.
Oh, minimum twice a day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do think it could be more, but realistically, I just don't think it needs to be more.
Okay, so how do you handle post-production? If you got 40 videos you created today, for example, what happens after you shoot it?
All right, so first thing I do is I chop all the videos up and I get them, I like pre-edit them, if that makes sense. I chop everything up so that the files are much smaller. I get rid of, the time it takes me to like run to the fridge and grab an ingredient. So by the time I chop these all up and before I color correct them, they're like 30 seconds instead of being, 5 minutes. So I chop everything up. I color correct it, and then I do the final edits, and then I do a voiceover as well. And yeah, then I start getting ready to schedule things.
Are you doing anything, everything from your phone, or are you using like Adobe or
I like
After Effects? Okay, you're using Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
Do you have like presets you're using for color grading, or are you?
No, I thought about it, but all the colors on the drinks are so different. There's not even really a basic starting point. Because,
So you'll just manually adjust the color until you like it?
But I run through it now, so we're good. Because I change my backlighting a lot. Like, you know, if it's a Pokemon drink and the Pokemon's red, I usually do a red backdrop. And then if it's blue, I do a blue backdrop. So it does have to change. And then, of course, the drink in the foreground, it does change colors too. So it's not worth having the preset, in my opinion. I mean, it could be. I don't know what I'm doing.